What's up, Headbangers? Welcome to Metal Spotlight. Today's guest is Fahrenheit Paradox from Mexico. The band's history stretches all the way back to the late 90s underground metal scene, formed by guitarist Alejandro Alex Isaac and keyboardist Carlos Flores. The band originally began as Fahrenheit and quickly made waves with their 2002 demo Epic Enter, which gained international attention through magazines, festival compilations, and the Prog Power USA network. Over the years, the band evolved their sound, blending power metal, progressive elements, and melodic intensity, leading to the release of albums like Uncharted Dreams and the concert record Rain. Now entering a new chapter as Fahrenheit Paradox, the band has just released their brand new single Time, taken from their upcoming album World of Chaos. The track dives into one of the biggest questions we all face. What do we do with the time we're given? So today we're going to talk about the band's journey, the evolution of their sound, and the story behind this powerful new release. Please welcome Fahrenheit Paradox. How are you guys?
Hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you're well over there.
Yeah, pretty well, thank you. Pretty well, thank you, Carlos. You've got your bandmates as well. You've got Alex to my left, the guitarist, and
Piero.
Pero, Pero,
Piero.
Pero, Pero.
Piero.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien, bien. Gracias. Saludos.
Yeah, gratis too, gratis too. Guys, it's great to have you guys on. I understand you're in the studio at the moment,
Yes.
doing your sessions, and you're having. Are you guys just rehearsing, or you're preparing some materials?
We're always working on new material. Right now, we're actually recording for the next album to come. We don't want to stop from this moment on. I mean, since last year, we started with a breakneck pace. Like every week something has to happen, either rehearsal or recording. And Piero, Piero is like the foreman in the construction. Like more, 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 uh, like a whiplash. So this part, what you see in the back, part of the studio is a store. We have guitars. It's Alex's store. It's called Guitar Maniacs. Uh, free to check it out later. We have a nice selection. Well, anyway, the studio is upstairs, and there is is we recorded most of the day today. So right now we just got out and ready for the interview.
Cool, awesome, awesome. Just to verify, you said you're recording new material. Is that the upcoming World of Chaos, or is that already been made and produced?
It's a future album. World of Chaos is almost on the verge of full release. We're 1 or 2 months away. We're just releasing the last bits of singles that we want to release,
Yeah.
and we have an extra surprise for the full album release with a featured artist. More to come.
Awesome, awesome.
And
Because yeah, cool. Because what I've noticed with Fahrenheit Paradox, from what I've seen, what you guys are very consistent with the releases. I saw that you guys released on Spotify was Rain. I think Rain, one of your first albums, and I had to verify. I didn't realize it was an older album because on Spotify it says it's 2005, and then when I look on your website with the research, I realized it was a bit earlier.
yes, 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 yes. Very, very early in our history, there was a small 5 song demo called Epic Enter. It was a bit of a tongue twist sometimes because some of the other countries assume that, oh, they have the bad English. They don't understand that it should be epicenter. No, it was on purpose. Epic, enter. Enter the epic, and also a mixture of epicenter of where everything started. And it was 5 songs with different topics. And then we remade some of the songs in the next to be following the next to be Uncharted Dreams album. It was 9 songs. 9 songs, yes. Nine songs that we released like 2 years afterwards, I believe. And then we moved we used to live in the very north of Mexico, and then we decided to come closer to the big cities where the events are, and we came to Guadalajara to live, and here is where we record Rain.
Does record, but yes, mixing.
Yes, mixing. Yes, no, yeah, I was. Yes, we did record Rain also here in another studio, but in Guadalajara.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, yes.
Yes.
We had a big pause during COVID, but because of that, we said no more. We need to work our asses off. So we have to make up for the time. Let's say not lost, but we wanted to tour more. We wanted to do more things with the other albums, and the momentum was lost a little bit. So now we're working nonstop.
No, yeah, that's cool because I've seen that you're making consistent releases. You personally reach out to the platform to put in the song. I think it was Misery. Yeah, it was Misery into our Spotify playlist. And when I listened to Misery, I listened to your new song Time. And then I think you had other songs earlier last year as well. And I keep thinking, didn't these guys just release an album? But the consistency of what you guys are putting more singles, I think that, like, probably in the campaign PR mode, it's more like, album, EP. But sometimes singles can just get bands momentum. So it's another direction going where it's just more consistent because you can actually, build yourself up and build more momentum. And then when you go, okay, here's an album. So I think these guys are doing the hybrid really well because you got that upcoming album, World of Chaos, and you just released Time. And what a song. And what's really interesting for me is that the track dives into one of the biggest questions we all face. What do we do with the time we're giving? And you kind of explain yourself, back with the Corona stuff and, you lost momentum. You kind of explain that kind of part of time. But this is, Carlos, I was just wondering if you could expand more on the meaning and the core message behind the song Time.
Well, Time is one of the blocks inside the bigger album that is World of Chaos, where we address different facets of humanity, like fear, anger, or like it says, misery and what you do about it if you wallow in misery or you fight your way out. And in this case, time, for example, we're not teens now, and some people our age say, "Oh no, what's the use of fighting now if you're this old?" So no, there's still time, and also for other people that do not know what to do with their lives and think they can live forever. And there's part of the story where there's like an agent, like an angel of death. It's not good or bad. It's just like a force of nature that says, here is your dose of time. May you do with it as you will, and you decide you want to throw it in the ground or make something great. And that is it. Is something to think about for any generation, the coming generations or the older ones, or even older than us, to say, well, you may have lost time doing, I don't know, bad things in the past or wasting time in the past, but you're still alive. You can still do something. So there's a moral to the story there.
Y platicar un poco de lo que es realmente el concepto total de World of Chaos.
And that ties in with the total concept of world of chaos as we perceive it.
Es hablar de diferentes etapas de lo que es realmente la humanidad.
With World of Chaos, we talk of different stages of what humanity goes through.
Es mucho hablar de lo psicológico, de cómo lo psicológico muchas veces no te deja salir adelante la edad que tengas.
Okay, so many of the songs in the album are related to the mindset of a particular human. Is that the mind is what stops you from greatness or from despair, or everything happens. The fight is in the mind, basically.
Pero también cómo cómo se habla de un concepto de lo que viene, más bien una parte del disco habla de lo que es lo negativo del hombre.
Oh.
Ajá.
Okay. So as a map to the album World of Chaos, it's divided in basically two. It's the negative side of humanity, the bad mindset, the laziness, fears, and the good part is the fight, even when you're against the odds and doing what you can to survive, and everything ties in with every song.
Consiste todo lo que viene siendo el lado positivo. Ahí ya se habla de cómo simplemente es no hacer caso a las negativas internas y a las negativas externas que te quieren producir las personas.
Okay, so all in all, let's say we're not trying to preach per se, but what we try to tell in the album is that we have to fight the inner fight and fend off the negative side of things, so you can live a fulfilling life, let's say. I mean, again, not preaching, but we always can be better. Sometimes we're, like I say, wallowing in misery, and you can change that. I mean, it's easier for others depending on the situation, but there's always a way.
En fin, es dar un mensaje de cómo lo positivo siempre apachurra lo negativo y uno puede florecer.
Okay, so all in all, that the positive actions, the positive mindset can always vanquish anything negative that is pervading, and it's just give oneself a chance to make the best of your life. That's it.
Yeah, it's very interesting concept, because I think that it's more. I think that based on how you guys describe it, I think it's because I'm in my 40s, so I'm also in that mature mindset where when you look at people that are a bit more younger, where they think of the black and white concept. I think in the black and white kind of concept. I think what you're trying, the World of Chaos, is that yes, there is black and there is right, but there's grey. The grey is that people or individuals or whatever happens in the story is like there is a shit part of life, but then if they decide to redeem themselves and change, they can do this. It's like it's all about the developer, about themselves, because the song ties into time, because they do have the time to rectify the misery, the stuff they put in, and then the time, and then they go forward. So I think the way you guys are describing it, it's more like it's a gray area where this is where
this is where you are.
This is where you are. This is what you've done. Good or bad, and this is what you could do. It's about looking forward. I think that's a very good message, because I think that constantly the way, because of the mature age, like we are. I said I'm in my 40s, so you get to see the world differently as we grow older. Compared to when we were younger in our 20s. In our 20s, well, I think we have that. Not that we're preaching or anything. I think the conception for me personally, I was like, oh yeah, fuck this, or fuck you. Because we just have that black and white thinking. But when you get more older, you kind of you realize things are more complicated than you realize. So I think that's a good concept that these guys are going into the new album. We're looking forward to seeing what it comes out.
Yeah. Well, it's coming soon. And just to sum it up, is that the album serves as let's say a map or an invitation to not live in automatic, because people are just living for the sake of living, and they simply eat and sleep and that's it.
No more.
And you need to think more. I mean, for your own benefit. I mean, I'm buying this. Why am I buying this?
Yeah.
Am I trying to impress somebody, or do I want it? And many other things. Just think.
Y ¿cómo se dice? Lo valioso de saber vivir la vida, porque solamente se vive una sola vez, o sea, en poco tiempo uno deja de existir y vale la pena vivir la vida lo más correcto posible.
Well, again, is with living life to the fullest, because there's only one life and you never know when it's gonna end. So it's trying to focus on making the better of it every day. I mean, with plans, with ideas, with projects, start a new band. Maybe some of your audience, somebody in the audience is going to say, well, let me start with the guitar. What the hell? And you never know. There may be a new artist coming up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good. And it's good to be there when it starts.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember in my late 30s, I picked up the bass. I'm like, don't have anything to do. Might as well pick as a hobby, and it led me to playing bands. From playing bands, it led me to doing some media work in Australia. Now who I am today, talking to you guys, with this, with the platform that I'm currently working with right now. So, it's always amazing what journeys that he takes and where it goes. And I think that's, pretty cool, because these guys have kind of explained it really well. I probably want to go more shifted to more of the your personal influences, like for you, Carlos, more lyrically. Because when I listen to Time, when I listen to Misery, I listen to your voice, and your voice, it carries a lot of power and a lot of authority. So when you do sing, you have that power and you do have that authority in your voice. I like to basically find out what's your personal influence that helped you shape your style into Fahrenheit Paradox. What was your influence as a vocalist?
Well, first there was an evolution. First, I didn't sing at all. I was just involved in the composition, composing. And one day arrived that, oh, we have no vocalist. What should we do? And and I said, well, I can sing in the meantime. And it kind of sucked. And people started liking my voice, and that's how it went. And from that moment on, it was the pressure to, okay, well, I can carry a tune, but I need more. And from my very first influences, when it comes to metal, I'd say like Rob Taranti from Labyrinth, for example, or Russell Allen from Symphony X, and I like for example, the raspiness of James Hetfield and Phil Anselmo. I also recently have been adding a little bit of Anselmo, and to spice things up, and also as suggestions from the band, because as the sound evolves, clear voice doesn't cut it. I mean it serves, but not if how would I say it? It's only clear voice. It would be like straight out power metal, and we did that in the beginning, but now we want to do more things with modern metal. Mm-hmm. And but that's it. And I try to listen to all the good singers. Jorn Lande, he's Norwegian, I think, and Mac from Threshold, but I think he died. But he had an awesome voice, and who else? Well, it's a high pitched voice, but I like the musicality of the guy from ¿cómo se llama el noruego este? Circus Maximus. Yeah. The first time we saw him in Prog Power Atlanta, he was like really relaxed, and then he started belting like, holy shit. it was fast. I mean, at some point, some of the influences I cannot emulate because their vocal range is much higher. but I can connect in a wavelength or a mood, and that serves me for my own musicality.
Awesome.
And that's
awesome. Sorry to cut you in. It's awesome. Because basically, I think that what we I also have known, just having a chat with you guys now, like each one of you bring different influence. I guess with the other band members, we'll get them to talk. You guys are welcome to speak in Espanol if you feel comfortable answering it, so you don't have to stress about the English part of side. Do you guys from individual that you both contribute to the band, so both of you, what do you bring to the brand, or what's your musical influence and how you shape it into Paradox? Fahrenheit Paradox. Sorry about that.
Sí, ¿qué son los elementos que ustedes traen como influencias? ¿Quieres hablar, Alex?
Well, we had a lot of influences across the time. I think that recently we have a more influence for how can I say, technique black metal, like Arch Enemy, or something more progressive as Evergrey, or also experimental guitarists as the new metal guys. So we try to mix a lot of influences. Piero has also some influence more modern. I have more old school influence.
King Diamond.
It's one of my best influence. But I think we mixed all of that experience, all that sounds, and try to make our own sound. So it's not so easy for us to change this channel from progressive power metal to this new kind of modern metal. We try we made a lot of tests. At the end, we finally start to with the first song was more aggressive or more modern, and at the end we like it the new way.
Yes. Well, I should say Alex is one of the, when we talk to him about metal, he has a wider gamut of choices, because, for example, I don't listen to a lot of black metal. I think Piero, maybe Flesh God Apocalypse, but it's not exactly black. So he's more into symphonics and technical. I am more into pop, and well, even pop. I'm a sucker. I have a sweet tooth for a bit of pop. But Alex, he likes black metal, At the Gates, In Flames, Children of Bottom. Well, I also like Children of Bottom, and it's good to have a connector that has choices for everything. So he knows that, okay, if I present this idea, Piero will like it because he liked this part, and if I ask Carlos to do this part, I know that he can give me this part, and we interconnect really well. But yes, as Alex said, there was a lot of testing in the last couple of years, because it's like evolve or die, because maybe it wouldn't be like a death, but it would be like a plateau, like just doing like the same. And if we wanted to, I don't know, aspire to be a bigger band or a bigger audience, we need to bring something new to the table, because everybody can imitate. I mean, if there's a new sound, like say Sleep Token or Bad Omens, we can clone them, but people are going to say, well, I'll take the original, but I don't need copies. So we try to make our own stuff so that they choose us.
Que la intención de lo que está haciendo Fahrenheit en estos momentos es precisamente evolucionarlo un poco, dejarlo más moderno, si quieres.
Well, yes, and the main goal of the band at the moment is to evolve the sound that we have, that we used to have, and a little bit integrating elements of the new of the newest wave of metal, and I think we missed some of his influences.
Sí, bueno, a mí me gusta también música de muchos tipos.
He likes lots of kinds of music.
Me gusta la música clásica, me gusta el film score de películas.
Well, that's easy. I mean, even the names are in English. He likes the film scoring side of things, like Danny Elfman and such, John Williams, and
everybody. También me gusta mucho, obviamente, el metal de los 80s, 90s. Ajá.
Okay, he really was impregnated with the 80s and 90s metal.
Yeah.
But he wanted to add new things too.
Pero que me gusta también mucho el metal moderno.
And he also likes what the new artists are doing right now.
Los buenos.
The good ones, he says. He's kind of Halloween too. I mean, old school is always good.
Yeah, man. That's it. Halloween, you know, I think the last two records bring all the three singers together. I think it just adds another dynamic. It's always evolving. If you don't evolve, you never grow. Speaking of growth, because we're from Australia and you guys are in New Mexico, and as you guys understand, we're more underground focused with metal bands around the world and back home. What's the scene like in Mexico, where you guys are? So basically, what's the metal culture like in Mexico? And is there any challenges that you guys face as musicians in the scene? Is there any challenges that you guys face, or basically just to give us back in Australia an understanding of what the culture is like in Mexico and how they embrace the metal and the underground and the connections to it?
I would say that the current scene in metal is on the rise, because when we started, even getting musicians to make the band was a struggle. Everybody wanted to play everything else: jazz, blues, pop, anything but metal. So every time we were auditioning for bass players, it was hard. Other guitarists, it was hard. Drummers, the same. And there weren't many places where we could play. There weren't many venues, or if there were, they had some limitations for metal acts, because they believed, oh, you're the devil, and you can only play half an hour. And when the regional music from Mexico, they could play until the following day, because they liked it. So it was a bit of a losing battle, but we decided, well, what the hell? This is the music we want to play. And we focused at first, in the very beginning, we focused first of being heard outside. But then as time went on, more bands started to come up, and more places to play. I'd say this is a good moment, even for Australian bands to try and come here to play. There are much more audience. There's a much bigger audience, and even the generations where they only hear Taylor Swift per se, some of them even mix up their playlist with metal. I mean, with the Mexican youth in general, they're more open to new genres, and that's to our benefit, to anybody's benefit in the metal scene. So I think it's good, and more big concerts are coming. I mean, you always have the big 5 or 6, like, oh, Kiss is coming to town, Iron Maiden is coming to town, but AC/DC, but only the big cities, and all the metalheads have to travel to the big cities to see the shows. But now it's a bit more spread. I mean, you can go to Monterrey in the north, Chihuahua, Tijuana, Leon, other places in the south, and there are bigger shows as time continues. And now there are more festivals like Hell in Heaven, Candelabrum Metal Fest. That's extreme metal. If you have metal darker metal followers, look out for Candelabrum, and it's good. And what else? ¿Algo más que quieran decir de la escena? O sea, ¿qué opinamos de la escena en este momento? ¿Cómo la ven?
Que en este momento ya está empezando a evolucionar más y ya hay más aceptación, ya se vuelve algo más común.
Okay, so there's more acceptance nowadays with metal, and it's a more accepting audience. It's more receptive to the new acts, because that was also a problem in the beginning, because I only listen to Striper, I only listen to whoever, and if you presented, but this is my new album, I don't want to listen to it. I only listen to AC/DC or whatever, and it was hard. Now everybody's it's more receptive. It's a
Ya hay más conciertos aquí.
And there are more concerts.
Aquí en Guadalajara.
Even in Guadalajara, it's one of the bigger cities, but it's most of the time it was only Mexico City the place to go.
Pero ya no.
But not anymore. Now it's more spread.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool, because even Australia, so Mexico is kind of like back in Australia as well. Like recently, we just got to announce Candlemass. The Swedish doom metal. They just announced that they'll be coming to Australia for I think it's their first time here. So we're starting to get, bands as well that haven't played before. Yeah, Candlemass.
Yeah, Doom.
Yeah. Epic Doom, yeah. So they've been announced. They've been announced. I think that Evergrade's coming in May, so that it's taken a while, because I think that for an Australian perspective, because we're so in the middle and the bottom of the world, where Mexico is more close to America, and America's got the Europe. It's kind of good to see that Mexico is now connected to America. So when they do touring from Europe or whatever in the world, they will go to Mexico now, because it's not that far. It's basically in the same there. So
it's like a bird migration. Like they go to the States, they go to Mexico, and then they move down to South America. Chile, Argentina, Brazil.
Yeah,
and it's good. I mean, it's good for everyone to have a richer connection between countries when it comes to. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it looks like the connection keeps static.
Well, now we need more with Australia.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I guess this is a personal question to each one of you. Can you also connect it to the band success? But what's been the biggest highlight for the band, or for you guys individually in your careers? Because you guys have been having guys have a very long, great career. So has there been any band highlights or personal highlights?
Que si hay momentos importantes en la carrera de la banda que ustedes hayan vivido, o de los que podamos mencionar.
Bueno, mencionaré. Realmente yo tengo no mucho en la banda, tengo apenas 6 años.
15 años.
6 años. 6 años, y ya pasó lo de la pandemia, y lo mejor que se ha vivido hasta el momento es la producción nueva que se está haciendo, y cómo hemos logrado integrar realmente toda la banda para poderla sacar del país.
Okay, from Piero's perspective, he has a shorter span inside the band. So from his point of view, the highlight is producing the newest music, producing the newest albums, because that we reconnected with the audience and even grew further, because we had some momentum and then it was stunted by COVID, and then we recovered and moved on up further, and that could be the main highlight. ¿Qué más? Well, from his side. And
well, with the last album, Rain, we have a lot of highlights as we appears on the Billboard magazine. We have a lot of interviews on United States, so was a very good promoting the time. So sadly, the pandemic came, and well, everything was thrown away.
Yes.
And sadly, sadly, because the band stops, but the evolution starts. So it was a very good time for evolution and for the new sound of the band. I think is that the main, for me, the main highlights.
A short time in the cocoon into a bigger dinosaur. I would say that as highlights, like Alex said, it was a little bit before COVID. We made like full feature videos with marquee actors and actresses, and there was a decent rotation in the US in radio stations, not just web radio here, web radio there. No, it was like syndicated radio and weekly plays, like 2000 or so, and it was going really well, and we want to reconnect there as well, because, well, and like Alex said, it was evolution, and it was sadly with promotion. You might agree with me that sometimes it's like when you buy a big box of tomatoes, and for example, if you spend $20,000, $30,000 in tomatoes, and they go bad, and there's no way to recover. So it was sad because there was big publicist investment, and then it went a bit sour, a portion, but all is good.
Sí. Y que a pesar de todo lo malo que pasó, pues, y que se hizo la nueva evolución de Fahrenheit, que gracias a todo ese trabajo ahora ya vienen los conciertos que vamos a dar.
Okay. Building on that is that there's always like a flip side to everything, because even if bad things happened, it helped us to evolve, and it helped us to make new connections with new publicists, new media, and now we're preparing for new concerts to come, and so all is good. So it's almost like time wasn't lost, so it's all is good.
It's a bit of a journey these guys went through, and you guys now. Well, I want to thank you guys for being on Headbangers Australia. It's great to have a chat with you guys. Fahrenheit Paradox. Follow them on their socials. We've got them on the video description. Also, if you guys do follow Headbangers Australia, we do keep up to date with what they're doing with their publishers. So we'll post them up as well. We're pretty much in the loop with what they're doing. So stay up to date with the news on our socials, and then with the band socials with direct contact. They do have a good connection to Australian metal. They mentioned earlier they're big fans of Vanishing Point and Forager, so they are very well connected with the Australian metal, and these guys are very keen to be engaging in this side of the world, and we're the same going back to Mexico as well. Before we wrap up, I've just got one final question. How would you describe your new song Time in one word or one feeling? Just one word or a feeling. How would you describe Time?
¿Cómo describir la canción Time con una sola palabra?
Poder.
Power. You still have the power.
Awesome, awesome.
As long as you're aware that you have the power,
Yeah.
you are alive, you have the time, you can do something. You can do anything.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys, for having a chat. It's great. It's been a great chat. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yes, looking forward to it. And a big hello to everybody in Australia. We would love to go there soon, hopefully.